welcome back to my kitchen. I thought I'd share with you today what I'm doing to kind of get into the habit of using what I got again. You know, it's strange because I've been doing these things forever, but sometimes lately I've just, like I said in the previous video, I've been spending a little more money than I need to be spending, and because of what's going on, I need to lower it. I need to get back to my roots, go back to what I was doing before, by using things in the pantry, making sure I don't spend something unless I absolutely need it. And that's kind of like a big one. It's like when you absolutely need something, and that absolutely needing something will be like making my grocery list out and getting the bareness on it, using basically, of course, what I got in the kitchen. Today I cleaned out my freezer, and I'm fixing to show you what I'm doing with something that I found in the freezer. It is about 5 years old. It's in the freezer. Yeah, it was a 5-year-old item that I'm cooking up today. And just to let you know, I have already ate it, and it's perfectly fine. I know a lot of people are going to say, like, what? But y'all, I'm trying to, like I said, I'm using the oldest items up first. I guess you kind of say I'm on a pantry challenge again, but this time most of my pantry challenges are saving up money for using my mountain trips. This is not the case. This is the case is trying to spend as less money as I can because I don't know what's fixing to happen, or, you know, with everything else that's going on as well. So I hope I can encourage you to do the same thing if you're in the same boat or not. Share what you're doing. Maybe you're going through the same thing. We're all here to help each other. At least that's my goal with everything is. So I'll go ahead and show you what I've got going on in my kitchen. Hope something here helps you. And like I said, I am reviewing an item today that was 5 years old in the freezer for 5 years, and it's still perfectly fine. Not something I should have done, but sometimes cleaning out your freezer is a good thing to be able to find. So let's go ahead and get this day started. So guys, I'm back in the kitchen. I wanted to show you the things I ended up picking in the garden today. There's a whole lot more. We're fixing to harvest onions, but I did go ahead and pull out one because I'm going to need it. As you can see, I went ahead and I had to deadhead a lot of my zinnias because they grow better once you deadhead them. As you can see over here, I did this one yesterday because they last, the flowers actually last probably, I don't know, 3 to 4 days. I'm sure there's something you could put in there to make them last longer, but I'm fine because I'm constantly having to cut them. But what's going on in the kitchen today? Again, trying to do everything I can to save money, trying to encourage myself, maybe encourage you. I had to deadhead these. They're not really the best looking ones, but they'll make a pretty little bouquet for something. I did pick a lot of peppers. I don't know if you can see that. There's quite a few of them. There was a lot more out there, but I'm hoping they'll turn red. I'm going to cut these up and put them in the freezer, eventually get them in the dehydrator. But what I've got going on today, let me show you. Last night, I went through the freezer because I'm kind of like doing myself a little pantry challenge again. Using up what I have first, that's the oldest. And I found, I kid you not, I'm going to show this to you. If you can look right here, the sale date on this is probably backwards, but the sale date on this particular turkey, it's not a breast, it's a whole turkey. It's 9 pounds. It was 88 cents a pound in 2017. Yeah, it's an old bird. It needed to be cooked. So I went ahead and put it in my crock pot because it's, like I said, it's way too hot. I put it in here completely frozen, y'all, completely frozen, and just left it on high all night. It took about 12 hours, and now it's literally falling apart, which is what I want it to do. You can see here it's very hot. It's falling apart. What I'm going to do is take all this meat off, and oh wow, y'all, the broth is like amazing. There's so much broth on here. I'm going to take this broth and make a gravy with it, and we're going to have some turkey sandwiches. Turkey, you know, we're going to be eating turkey all week. Let's put it to you that way. But what I'm going to show you, I'm going to put on is something that I don't know if anybody's I've never seen this before, but I put it on it. This is Carolina barbecue. I did a video on it. I'm sorry I cannot link it. Go to my playlist. It's in there. It's called Carolina barbecue sauce because I don't have a computer. All I have is my phone. But anyway, you take this and you put it on the meat, and y'all, it's so amazing. It makes this turkey taste so different. And this is really after a few days of Thanksgiving when you get sick of using turkey, eating turkey with gravy, turkey with this, turkey with that. Turkey with this Carolina barbecue sauce. Oh, word, y'all. It's so amazing. And this stuff is so cheap to make up. It's just, I'll list the ingredients in the description box in case you want to make some up. But what I'm going to do now is go ahead and get this thing taken out of here, pulled apart, come back and show you what this looks like on it, because what like I said, I'm trying to do, I'm trying my best to use what I've got, use it up, because everything that's going on. Yeah, so let me go ahead and get this out of here and put up, tore apart, and see how much I get. But again, I'm saying this was a 9-pound bird that fit into this huge crock pot of mine. Y'all love it. Most of the time I only put breasts in here, but I found this one. Yeah, it's good to go digging through your freezer every now and again. Now here's the turkey. I'm going to take, this is the broth that was left out of it. I'm going to take it and just spoon it in here and probably make a diddly of a mess. Yeah, probably a diddly of a mess. Just going to sit there and put it in here. And this way I can use this broth for later. I can freeze it. I don't have enough to can, so it's definitely a freezer item. It'll make some amazing gravy. It'll make some amazing soup. It'll do something with it. And of course, I am making a mess. I usually have wide mouth jars, but I've been saving jars like crazy. And this is a pickle jar. I'm not sure you can tell, but this is like really hot. This is like a pickle jar, and it's working really well. It might have a little pickly flavor to it because it still smells like pickles, even after it's been washed, but we'll see. And if you see here is the turkey. It is down there cooling. It's got to cool at least an hour because I tried picking through it and I'm burning my hands up. So here's how much broth I ended up getting. It was a quart because this was a quart pickle jar. It does have the fat on it. I am going to leave it because it does add a little bit of flavor. And you can see the fat compared to the broth content is hardly nothing. Old pickle jar, it equals out to a quart. Going to put the lid on it. And by the way, if anybody knows how to get rid of the smell out of a pickle jar, I have tried just about everything I can think of and I can't get rid of the smell. It has never affected the flavor, but I don't know. You smell pickles in your broth, what, you know. You're going to think twice, but anyway, I'm going to take this and put the top on. And this is very hot. Got to be careful. I'll probably put that in the freezer, the refrigerator, something. It will be used. But I do want to show you that I am extremely fond of crock pot liners. And you can get 4. I don't get the Reynolds. I get the Aldi brand or the Lidl brand. Y'all, look. This makes the most amazing, fastest cleanup that you can imagine. Excuse me, this is an old pot, but all I gotta do is rinse it out now with the good soapy water. So much. You can take time. To me, it's worth the extra. I end up paying like a quarter or 30 cents per liner. I think it's worth it. So guys, I'm back the next day. Turkey has been deboned. It has been put into bags to put up. And I ended up, out of a 9-pound bird, probably, I ended up with these quart-sized freezer bags. I ended up with 3, almost 4, yeah, I'd say 4 of them, but as you can see here, I have only 1, 2 and a half because we ate off of it yesterday and I'm fixing to eat off of it again. These 2 are actually going to go in the freezer to use another time because I honestly don't think I want turkey again. But anyway, this is going to be making sandwiches, and what I wanted to show you, and I did, by the way, I did keep the broth. I did not keep the bones. I was not going to put them in the freezer. That's just not something I'm doing right now. I could have, but I didn't. But I am going to save this and put it in something else and freeze it because I'm not really sure if these pickle jars are the kind that you're freezing. I may just put it in a mason jar because I know you can freeze mason jars. But anyway, this is the Carolina barbecue sauce. It's a vinegar, apple cider vinegar, what do you call it, mix. And like I said, I will put in the description box below if you're interested. But it makes an amazing flavor to turkey. This is just cold turkey cut up. All I'm going to do now is pour a little bit over it. And just pour some over it. I need to get a fork or a spoon or something. Kind of stir it up. And then I'm going to heat it up. It already looks amazing. Sorry, I didn't think you could see it. See if you can see it right now. And see that sauce with the peppers and the vinegar. You would think vinegar in this would be gross, but it's really not. It's absolutely delicious. So I'm going to try some of it for you right now. This is so different. I'm only talking my mouth full. Woo! You taste that vinegar. But it makes turkey taste a whole lot different. A whole different flavor than what most people are used to. But it's actually really good. So anyway, like I said, I've got these to put in there. Actually, we could get 2 meals off. This is 4 meals right here, which is going to be good. Going to go in the freezer to use later because I'm not doing turkey again tonight after doing it 2 days. But like I said, definitely 5-year-old turkey, perfectly fine. I cooked it in the crock pot, which is amazing this time of year because it's so hot. It turned out beautifully. It really did. I'm gonna go put this on some toast and some chips. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hope you guys have an amazing day. 5-year-old frozen turkey in the freezer, perfectly fine. You guys have an awesome day.